Hello, South Haven High School. My name is Michaela.
And I'm Tegan. A couple of stories we are following are senior cap and gown news, as well as rules and regulations to over-the-counter drugs in school.
We also have information on the school play and some athletic news for you.
Welcome to Ram Nation News.
South Haven, I'm Aurora.
And I'm Tegan.
This is just a reminder to students that there are no blankets allowed at school. Please dress accordingly and leave your blankets at home.
Lori's Place Grief Group is going to start meeting once a month at the school for 45 minutes in the Student Success Center. This month's meeting took place yesterday, November 14th at 12:30. Please pay attention to RNN as well as your emailed announcements for future information.
In sports news, the volleyball banquet is coming up November 23rd at Baseline. It starts at noon.
Do you want to join the ski team? No experience needed. Stay tuned to the news for future meeting dates.
And now to Michaela, Marlon, and myself for some additional sports news.
Juniors and seniors, we have some lunch visits scheduled for the first week of December. The Navy will be here December 2nd, and Olivet School will be here December 4th. And up next, we have Riley with some attendance news that affects the final exams.
Hello and good morning. Over this past weekend, the South Haven Girls Swim and Dive team went to their conference. They worked very hard throughout the season to get to this point. They went through 1 week of double the practices, double the yardage, and then they did 2 weeks of taper, which is slow and easy and relaxing and great, and then they went to their conference. A few of the highlights from their conference was Elise Postma getting 3rd place in the 100 breaststroke, Ellie Frost getting 1st place in the 50 freestyle, and Sierra Garber getting 5th place in the 100 backstroke. All of the girls shaved off a bunch of time, so if you see any of the South Haven swim team, make sure to congratulate them.
This is Marlon Rosas Garcia from Ram Nation News. Today we'll be talking about Meet the Team. Meet the Team night is on Tuesday, November 26th, here at the high school, where you'll meet the team and coaches. Expectations and rules will be discussed.
Hi, I'm Riley, and I'm here to give you an attendance reminder. To exempt from exams in January, you need 3 or less excused absences, 2 or less tardies, and no in or out suspension days per semester. You need at least a 90% in the class that you want to exempt from by January 17th, which is also the cutoff date for attendance. Keep in mind, every student needs to take at least 3 exams per semester.
Hi, my name is Haley Thames, and I created a support group for anyone who has been through sexual abuse or experienced it, and for anyone that would like to support it. It takes place every Monday from 2:30 to 3:30 after school, and it's located in the Spanish blog for anyone that would like to read other people's experiences with sexual abuse, or for anyone that would like to share their story. I do have an Instagram as well if you'd like to keep up on that. I'll let you know when I have a new blog post.
So a long-standing rule, and it's in every school I've ever been at, is that when you have aspirin and other types of over-the-counter medicine, we have a form that is filled out in the office. Students need to fill out that form, and then we hold the medicine in the guidance office. And whenever a student needs their aspirin or whatever it might be that's over-the-counter medication, they can come down to the Success Center and be able to take that there. And the reason why every school I've ever been a part of has limited and not allowed, doesn't want students to have that on their own, is you go to ask for aspirin from a friend and you don't really know what that is and where that came from, and there's all types of allergic reactions, or maybe the medication wasn't exactly what they said it was. It just isn't a good way, good practice to have. So we're again trying to be safe, and I think every school that I know of that does this, is that's the intent. Is just so that we're safe and that we kind of limit ourselves from having, getting ourselves in situations that we could have controlled. Like if we took a medication that we were allergic to or something like that.
Hello, I'm Alondra Lorena here with Ram Nation News, and today I will be talking with you about senior pictures. Senior pictures are due Friday, November 22nd. Colored pictures only. Head and shoulder shots only. No props. Plain backgrounds are preferred. Photos should be vertical. No special effects. Keep a school appropriate. Refer to the school's dress code policy. At least 1 3/4 inches tall by 1.5 inches wide if submitting a hard copy. Digital images must be JPEG and at least 400 dpi. Original image is best. Don't download from social media. If you do not submit a senior picture, your school's ID picture will be used. Email, send as an attachment with your full name as a subject to yearbook@shps.org. Main office or room B101. Deliver a hard copy labeled with your name and the words yearbook picture. If you need a little more time, contact yearbook@shps.org before the deadline to reserve your space in the section. They will use your school ID as a placeholder.
Attention Ram Nation seniors. I'm Yasmin Hall, and I'm covering some very important senior news. Cap and gown order packets have been handed out and are due Tuesday, November 19th at A and B lunch with at least a $60 down payment. Jostens visited Monday, November 11th and presented some different packages and deals for graduation supplies. If you have not received an order packet, you can pick one up in the front office. Come up with some pretty cool new senior merchandise that is available online and inside of your packet. If you're interested in any of the senior gear, be sure to place your order soon. If you are unable to order by next Tuesday, the cap and gown ordering will be open online until December 20th, 2019. Don't procrastinate.
There will be a GVSU campus visit on Monday, November 18th. The bus will leave at 8:30 a.m. There's a sign-up sheet in the Student Success Center, along with a permission slip that you will need. Juniors and seniors are top priority, but all students are welcome to sign up. You must be passing all your classes to be able to come. Lunch will be provided and does not cost anything to go.
Yeah, so I'd like to take time to talk a little bit about the critical issue that the students have kind of identified, which is, hey, the restrooms are closed. We want this to be a drug-free school, and there are some things that actions that we put in place to try to alleviate that. And I think the idea that I've tried to go around and have gone around to each class and talk to the students as a group, kind of explaining what we're seeing as a staff and what we're trying to do in our actions. And one of them was to limit the access to the restrooms. And the reason for that was to try to have a handle on and control of an idea of watching a videotape of who's going in and out of the restroom, and then also being able to supervise the restroom. And when you have multiple restrooms, it's really difficult for that. So that was the background. As a result of that, there's no doubt that that predicted result was that students would be really upset. And I think that there was some positive comments and positive pressure on students to stop bringing those devices to school. It's impacting them.
This past weekend, your fellow students put on an amazing production of The Crimson House Murder, directed by Miss O'Neill.
We put a lot of time into the play. We start auditions mid-September, and we go for about 2 months, rehearsing 2 hours a day, every day. We have a weekend rehearsal, and then our construction crew spends about 8 hours a day on Saturdays and Sundays for the prior 3 to 4 weekends before show. Including crew, we had about close to 40 people. I think it went really well. We've had some really good reviews and got some really good feedback, and most importantly, the cast and crew had a really fun time and did a great job.
Congrats to the South Haven Dramatic Arts and everyone involved.
And we just announced the musical. We're doing Shrek the Musical, which is a lot of fun, but surprisingly has a lot of heart to the show as well. And audition packets for that are available now from myself or Miss Hilliard. And you can sign up for your audition time outside the choir room.
South Haven. This is Miss Van Dapp. I run the newsroom. We want to thank you for watching our news today. Stay tuned for future episodes. Go Rams!